Hi folks, welcome to Blue and Gold Talk, the video on the channel if you're new here that I just throw a random Sabres chat out there and I'll let you guys fill in the blanks. I close the computer so I don't get confused. And yeah, I just want to chat a bit about, I know I didn't make a post-game video on the last game. It wasn't because they lost, guys. I would have done that even if they won. I had no time. There was just no time this week with everything I had to do. No time. But I'll talk about it now, okay? Because I figure I'm just going to give my thoughts on the preseason anyway. Guys, I got to admit, overall, I was disappointed this preseason. I was disappointed. I didn't like how our defense looked. I didn't like how it seemed that we were leaving goalies out to fend for themselves once again. We're guilty of this for years now, and I don't want to see a pattern come into the season. You know, but I have said, and I've been clear about this, the Sabres this year could take a step backwards. They could. Now, I don't think they will. I want to go on record saying that too. But I've seen things like this in the past where teams look like they're really ready to go and they take a step backwards. And you're like, as a fan, you're like confused. What the hell's going on? We had all this promise. It's a young team. It's the youngest team in hockey, guys. So we're the youngest team again this year. At least we'll see. After game one, I'll know for sure, because nothing's for sure yet, but especially if we get Zack Benson on the roster, guys. Yeah, it's clinched. We're the youngest team in hockey again. There's, this is what I want to talk about, okay? When you think about the preseason, I thought, to be honest, guys, I think it kind of sucked. I wasn't impressed at all. We won 3 games. 2 of them we had to come back from 2 and 3-0. You know, like winning's not as important in preseason, but winning is still a culture. And I didn't like how we kind of just, you know, the Sabres can't be in games that they have to come back to win all year is what I'm saying and make the playoffs. No, there has to be games to run away with. There was only one game like that, was the Boston game. Really? Like the last game, I watched up to it was 4-3. Sabres were up 3-1. They came back with 3 straight goals. The Pittsburgh game I'm talking in Buffalo. 3 straight goals on Levi, making Levi look very human, I might add. And made it 4-3. And what happened? There was a fire up the street from me. Again, at the same apartment building. That happened 2 months ago, yeah. And they shut all the power again. I'm like, I got no power. So I contacted Jim in Buffalo and I told him, I said, Jim, I don't have any power. Could you keep me posted, you know? And he said, oh, it's a blessing. You're not watching this. So I said, oh God. So yeah, it was 7-4 loss. So I only seen up to 4-3 of that game and then lost the power. And by the time I came back on, the game was over. I seen the score. I wasn't that enticed to go watch. I just wasn't, you know, so I didn't really care. I said, thank God preseason's over. The only thing I cared about when I was reading up on it after, there was no bad injuries, you know. So as long as I seen that, okay. But folks, I'll tell you what made this preseason worthwhile. Zack Benson. If you would have asked me who I think is going to really, really stand out in preseason before it happened, I would have said, honestly, Zack Benson. That's how I felt about this kid going into preseason. I felt, you know, but to see him actually do it was a nice treat. I got to say it was. And I would have said Devin Levi. You know, Devin Levi. And the truth is, I think everybody but Zack Benson looked human. Zack Benson was the only one that kind of looked superhuman. Even on bad games, he's scoring game-winning goals. He's a -3 and scoring the game winner. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where the signs were there, you know, for this kid to cut this squad. So we got to give him a chance, you know. Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about Benson again, even though I mentioned last video. We got to give him a chance, folks. We do. We got to give him a chance. Every chance in the book to fail, because he's supposed to be gone right now. He's supposed to be gone and getting another year of development. Instead, he's here now. He's on opening day roster. So we will see how long he lasts. It's up to him. I mean, if he goes into the first 9 games, guys, and has 3 goals, 3 assists, let's say, in 9 games, do we send him down? I don't think so. I think we keep him up, guys. we got another 25, 30 goal scorer, all of a sudden, we got to keep him up here and figure out the roster. We just got to tweak it, and somebody has to leave eventually because Quinn has to stay. We know this. So this is a special young man, and I think we got to give him every chance in the book right now. It's our duty as an organization, folks. He's shown us something special, and we got to take that serious and say, wait a minute, let's keep him up. That guy, that Danny Briere type player over there, let's keep him up, see what he has, see if this continues. And so far, so good, folks. So he kind of saved my preseason, guys, really, for me as a fan, because I don't like losing. I don't. And, I was getting frustrated with the preseason. I'm glad it's over. 7 games, to be honest, is a little too much. I'd rather see that cut down to like 4 or 5. It was just a little too much, and I'm happy it's done with now. And in a few days, the season opens up, and hey, wouldn't it be something if Zack Benson, his first game, has 2 goals, 2 assists? I swear, my video will be swarmed if that happens. That's how you folks are. Everybody's going to be saying, oh my God, what do we got here? It's a nice surprise, eh? Now, it's what it's like, folks? It's like you guys have seen over the years how Kevin Adams has been very smart in the draft, I guess is the right word. We'll say smart. But this year, it seems like it's off the top this time around. Just feels like Adams is getting better at drafting. Adams and his gang. It just feels like it, right? It seems like we don't got to worry. Guys, we don't got to worry about scouting anymore in Buffalo, okay? Let's get rid of that. We don't got to worry, really. I mean, they're really, they know what they're doing. So as we get close to the season, guys, I'm excited. I got to tell you, I got a lot of hopes this year, and they've shown me a lot of signs I still got to be worried in that preseason. And, but experience over the years has always led me to understand that it's preseason. Don't take it too serious, You don't have to. It's just, when I see the same patterns, I get worried. And as a fan, I get worried. Are we going to leave our goalies out to dry all year? And things like that, These are the thoughts that go in my head and worry me. But hey, look, we're gonna know soon enough in the first month. We'll have a good idea what's going on with the Sabres. About 15 games into the season, 12 to 15 game mark, we'll understand. We'll got a good feel about what's going on with them. Hey, if they start something like 4-7-1, we got to just sit back and say, let's hold on, let's not panic. Let the kids get out of it. Let the kids figure their way, They're disappointed. If we're disappointed, imagine the dressing room, So it's not something I believe we're going to have to worry about. But at the same time, guys, we need no long-ass losing streak this year, okay? And because whatever we do now, we know can come back to haunt us. I won't ever blame missing last year for what we did in November. No, that was just part of our journey at the end. We learned from it. And right now, this year, this is the year I want to see us learn from the 8-game losing streak last year, what it cost us in the end. When you put the 82 games together like a puzzle, and you're like, oh my God. And will that be enough to motivate this team to never let a losing streak like that happen again the rest of their careers together? Time will tell. Time will tell, because we're getting close, guys. We're getting close to this young bunch maturing. Especially they're starting to get paid now like winners. Yeah, the money starts to come into play, right? All of a sudden, we have a few guys making 7. Another guy making 11 now. We're going up the ladder with money now. We have to go up the ladder with winning at the same time. And I think Adam says he's managed the money so properly that we can only stand back and say, wow, Like, he was patient, this man. He just waited and waited and waited to the right time to pay everybody. And didn't go and panic and take what cap we have left and go spend it right away. And no need to. There's no need to. We've got something special happening here, folks. I honestly believe that. I believed at the end of not last year, the year before, the way we closed that season strong, to me, was the proof I was looking for. Because I felt something was going on with the team. Even though it was a bad season, I felt something was going on with the team. You just felt it when they talked, interviews, and coming down the hall, high-fiving each other, win or lose. And something's going on that's good. We all got to hang for the ride, guys. All right, I've yacked enough tonight, guys. That's it. I'll leave it there. See you guys maybe tomorrow. I'm not too sure what my schedule is tomorrow night. Wednesday's a bit of a mess. And I'll see you guys before, though, opening night for sure. So have a good night, guys. See you soon.